Good morning, nerd. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up. I hate that song. I hate that song. I hate that song. I would wake up in the morning. I remember the radio station KR. Not Chris. Something, whatever in Nebraska. I was listening to a radio station. Good morning, tomorrow Mars. Good, and they would always, good morning to Free. Good morning to Brock. To Mark. I said Brock. Haha. Good morning to Mark. Good morning. Mush Gam. Free says Mush Gam. I like the gams too. Good morning to the mush feet. Good morning to the mush knees. Good morning to the mush butts. Good morning, Herbie. Good morning to Michael. Good morning to Deborah. Good morning to MDK. Good morning to Last. Good morning to Nerd again. Remember, we've already got the cams covered. Let's see, we've got good morning, morning elbows. Good morning to morning mush torsos. That way I don't have to say mush boobs. All right, torso covers everything. All right, I can veer away from saying mush nipples. Okay, I don't have to say good morning mush nipples. I don't have to say that. All right. Good morning to mush shoulders. Free is all about making sure the entire body of the mushroom is noted and said good morning. Good morning to mush beard. If your mushroom has a beard, good morning. Good morning to RX. Morning Matt. Morning Bill. Morning Slee. How you doing, Slingy? Morning Scott. Good morning. All right. What are we gonna do for this morning? Well, we're gonna smoke a bowl. I was thinking like for one episode. Good morning. Thank you for letting me have a little poke at you there, Free. I appreciate you, man. It was really good to hang out with you. Hey, everybody, we're back. All right. Remember last Monday when I was dragging ass, and my friend used the term dragging ass, so it's in my head. Remember last week when like I was super dragging ass, like after Mushfest, and like I thought we were leaving Monday, and then like Pops was like, no, we need like an extra day. I'm like, yeah, we do need an extra day, and so like we found an extra day, and then we finally got home. Oh my God, finally got home. Me, Pops, and the dog, Ruff, Pups, little buddy, and we finally got home. I couldn't eat, I wanted to, but I couldn't, and because what would I call it without being all dramatic and saying the old surgery, the old operation? That seems even more dramatic. The old happenstance, the hernia stain. I don't know. All weekend of dealing with up and down stairs and like trying to find. I slept on the floor. I slept in a chair. Um, I slept on a couch. I slept in a bed one night. One night I slept in a bed when no one else was there. So that was good. I figured out that I could finally get to bed when no one else was there. Uh, and so also all weekend I could feel like digesting. There was so much good food there, but because everything had gotten pushed back into place, and everything hadn't been pushed back into place for like 5 years, like that's when my body was like, hey, what's going on? Why are we moving it this way? Why aren't we like shoving it all through the hernia? No, there is no hernia anymore. Like, oh, okay. Thank gosh for all those shrooms. That's what I'm saying. Thank goodness for all the chocolates. Because my body was like, hey, this is wackadoo. And my mind was like, yeah, but look at all the pretty colors around here. It's okay. Like, oh, all right, cool. I was seeing pretty colors. But then my body was like, am I a body right now? You know, it's like, it was crazy. You know how shrooms do. And so afterwards, we got home. I gotta tell you, I feel great. I feel great. Free, that thing we were talking about, not so bad anymore. What the deuce? Free's laughing right now. He knows what I'm talking about. You know how you have friends and you tell them things and it's like, hey. So figured it out, Free. We're okay. It's alright. It's working itself out. We're okay. But like, I don't feel like I would eat like a grape and I could feel the grape just like right there. That's where it's smushy. Okay, cool. And then you gotta go down. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that's where the rest of it digests. Okay, and then it comes around here, and then it hits the point where it would hit the hernia, and it just kind of pauses there. And so that's what would happen. This morning brought to you by explaining broken bodies and hernia procedures. The letter H. Morning, everybody. I had a whole plan of things I was actually going to do and not talk about that stuff today. I had a whole show. I mean, we still got, what, 2 hours left? 3? I think we got 3 solid hours left of a show to go. So I think we're fine just trying to smoke a bowl. I gotta tell you, it was a lot of fun listening to everybody at Mushfest and talking to them about what they get out of these Mondays, and I get a lot out of these Mondays with you too, guys. I really do. I get a lot out of these. Pops lets me do the show. Like every weekend, he's like, "Hey, do you want to do the show?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, it'd be great." So it's all by invitation every Monday. It's not like this is my show. It's not my show. It's Pop's show. But, you know, I get lucky. I get to do it on Mondays on a regular basis, you know? And I've gotten to know you guys. And I'm not a very big conversationalist. I think over the past weekend, I think maybe some of you figured that out. Like, I'm just not a big I like observing people and then making fun of them behind their backs. I mean, and then talking about them. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. Niffer Mama. Good morning, Niffer Mama. You know, I like watching how people interact with each other and then silently judging them from a distance and never actually providing any input into a situation. That's me. I like doing that. That's what I like. I'm the guy at the party that I always get caught at a party because I'm always too messed up at the very end. When the cops showed up I was in a zone. Like, all I could do was just like melt. I was just like, oh man, if I could melt, like even if I could melt into the floor a little bit, Free could tell you he saw me melting. I was like, all right, this is where I will get a follow-up medical visit in prison. I thought, that's great. I can go continue to get free health care in prison. All right, well, I do have this hernia that I'm dealing with, and maybe I can see a therapist. All of that was running through my head. I was like, okay, I can get free health care in prison, and I'm sure a lot of people will get hernia. All of that was running through. I was like, oh, man, this sucks. Prison. And then they tell us who our neighbor is. It's like, oh yeah, okay. No, we're absolutely going. No, I absolutely know that I am gonna get free. Kidding. It was a great weekend. Mushfest was great. Looking forward to what we're going on, what we're gonna pull off here in home territory, whether it's here or some big place. Who knows exactly where? We'll get it figured out. What I wanted today to do is say thank you very, very, very much to Sandy and Carlotta. They are the ones who took it completely upon themselves to do that entire weekend. And I could see it on their faces, like when they didn't want to deal with the situation. Oh man, for real. And I wouldn't want to deal with the situation. Because it's like, dude, we paid for the place, and now you guys are going to come here and create situations that, oh man, we got to go get you extra trash bags. Oh God, we forgot. Like, they're caretaking the shit out of us, and they are also out of their gourds. But they're keeping it together for 30 of us, 40 of us. For me and Pops just banging in fashionably late. Just here, I'm gonna take the head of the table. I'm gonna sit next to Shy, and Shy's gonna feed me dabs every time I sit next to him. That's what Shy. Everybody's taking care of everybody. They have their, it's not a role or anything, but so I read Ayn Rand, and I kind of believe in the concept of objectivism. What is objectivism? Objectivism is we all have our parts to play, and if you're not playing the right part, you're in the way. Get out of the way. Either play your part or get out of the way. It's kind of objectivism. And it's like, look, you're either a janitor or you're in the way. Are you a janitor? We need a janitor. Are you not a janitor? Get out. Right? I like to believe in a sense of altruistic objectivism, which is, hey, we need a janitor. Does anybody think that's neat to be a janitor? Let's all find out how neat it is to be a janitor. Or whatever it is that we need. Hey, we need a rocket scientist. Does anybody think it's neat to be a rocket scientist? Let's find out how neat it is to be a rocket scientist. That's altruistic objectivism for me. Be the best you can be, so that everything around you is also the best. Objectivism is be the best you can be, or else you're in the way. It's messed up. It's jacky. It's janky. I don't like it. It all comes from this from Ayn Rand, and it is Ayn Rand. She was really mad at the Russians, and so objectivism is just like a semi-decent lady writer throwing a fit. And we gave her the ability to have some of her sessions recorded. So she threw a fit. We patted her on the head and said it was okay, and now we have the Republican Party. What? I'm sorry, I'm kidding. That's a joke. I don't go political. That's not what happened. You can have that one. You can take that one to Thanksgiving. Alright? You can take that one to Thanksgiving. Let me just smoke this bowl. What's it been? 15 minutes. Sorry about that. Clean Bro. You might know Clean Bro from his role as standing next to Nipper Mama. That's a good role. You might know Clifford Clean from his role as sitting next to Nipper Mama. And you might know Cleany from his role from Eyes Rolled at Him by Nipper Mama. I like that one. That was a good role. He's telling stories and there's Nipper just rolling her eyes at him. That's a good role. You might know Clean. God damn it. From his role of storyteller, actually. Cleany would I would tell a story and then Clean would tell a story and then everybody would listen to Clean tell the rest of his story. And I was like, alright, Clean, that's good stories. Just kinda joking. So this is my box. I go through art phases. As some of you might know. Gypsy Life was there. And I just gotta tell you, way too quick to see her and not see her. Gypsy and I can't remember what. Clean Girl, you might recognize him from his role of just being fucking awesome. You know, but no, is it even in here? Am I just jacking around? Oh, I'm just jacking around. Production really screwed up this time. Man, production gave me a box. I was going to give you the history of the box and everything. Turns out the thing I wanted to be in the box, it's not in the box. Stupid me. Alright, hold on. I got fire production, that's for sure. I know where it is now. Sort of. Yeah, it's right there. For those of you wondering if the hernia is healing, that should kind of prove it, huh? Cleany showed up night one. And he just is like, hey guy. Hey pal, hey friend, hey guy. Hey bro. Hey sir. Hey you. I got a lot of hey yous. No, I didn't. I got a lot of like, are you okay? No, Cleany hands me this. I know what this holds tabs, right? And he goes, I pressed a lot of flour to make that. And I was like, what did you make? How much of it did you make? And what I'm about to show you is amazing. Because, and I'll show you why. Alright. So what he did is he pressed a lot of flour into, is it rosin? Resin? What is it? What's it called then when it's pressed flour? Is it rosin? It is some sticky ass mother effing stuff. What is it? Is it rosin? He made rosin. Thank you. It's rosin. Look at that. That is, it's like so sticky, like on my finger right there already, right? That, it's rosin. I don't know if you can tell how much is in there. It's like there's there's a little, yeah, about half a thing, maybe a third left, right? So that whole it was nearly full. beautiful stuff. We didn't really smoke much of it over the weekend because we had Shy's contraption. And I know that rosin on contraptions is it's a little dirtier. It can leave a little bit more behind than like than the crystals, the usual dabs that you would do for like a dab traption, if you will. So I didn't want to like, hey, can we put some of that stuff on your stuff and then like you can clean it up, because like I didn't want to do that, But what we did once or twice is we mixed it in with some weed. MVP is real good at mixing in dab stuff with weed. And what I mean by weed is, rosin's super easy. Yeah, exactly. Heat pressed is what someone was saying. Is how rosin is made. It's just heat pressing the flour to like 2,000 pounds per 2,000 things, and then the heat gets up to like maybe 200 maybe. Is that too high? I don't know, I'm not sure. And then you just let it'll bubble out onto paper, and then you just lift the paper, and the wheat, the fresh flour or whatever it is that you pressed is left over or something. If I'm wrong about that, Cleanie, whatever. Like if I could press this and get some of that, but this is ground up weed. All of that ground up weed. And so what I did, Clean, is I took some of this ground up weed, and I took like half of the goo, the rosin, half of the, I don't even know what strain it. He said it was like a lemon head, lemon wackadoo, lemon ball, lemon skidoo, lemon something or other, lemon head, lemony, like it's what, some kind, could be peach. I don't know if it's peach. It's cherry bomb is what he goddamn calls it. Cherry bomb, not lemon, not peach. Cherry bomb. God, good for me. My memory, right? So I took some of your cherry bomb, and I think the weed is the lemon thing. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, right? What I did is I took the half, alright, and, oh, it's too far, I can't reach, and I took maybe enough weed to, like, fill this, and then, I took half of that, and I mixed it in with that weed, and then I let it sit for, like, a day. Ooh, what do we got? What's in the bag? What's in the bag, son? When you got that bag, son? It's just weed, I promise you. Mixed in with rosin. Super duper weed. I smoke a bowl of that, and it will smoke for like the next 2 minutes and like mock you for not actually finishing the bowl. It will mock you. Should we do that? Let's do that. I want to do that. Because later on, I kind of want to read something for you. I haven't actually read, like, anything I've read. Anything I've written. Is what I meant to say. Oh, I should smoke more, definitely. Do you guys want to hear, like, it's like a 4-part thing. It's a 4-part thing that I wrote. Let's see how long it takes to get through the first part. You guys want to hear it? You guys want me to read it? I talked to some of you people about how we're going to deal with the book. And I'm still pondering. I'm still trying to figure out if that's exactly what I want to do. But it's about my 20 hits of acid story. It's about that story. It is that story. It's the lead into the story. It's the whole weekend. it gets fun. It's dramatic. It's like, whoa. And I'm like, I wrote it when I was like 27. Oh, man. So we're going to read like a 15-year-old, like, what the hell? How did I write? I'm a better writer than that now, aren't I? Kind of story. You want me to read that? I don't know. And then it's gonna be a little war story, and I don't want it to be like that. We're gonna use some words. It's gonna be like ecstasy. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't want it to be like I'm promoting anything. I'm not. None of this is a promotion. It's just a story, okay? Are we okay with that? What I am doing a promotion for is, let me load this bowl. Let me load this bowl. And then, let's go back to that thought. No, we're okay. Are there any newbies here? If you're a newbie, like if this is your first time clicking in here and you're like, what the hell is going on? Can you give me like a bunch of emojis? Can you give me like a bunch of emojis? Like a bunch. Like if you're new here, just be like, hey, I'm new here. And then like just give me a new here. Good. No, we're all Mike. We're all Dabs here. Laura Devine. Good morning, Laura. No, we're all freaking veterans here. No one is new here. That's crazy. You all need to bring and ones. Okay? If all of you brought an and one, I would get to 100 before Pops. I'm gonna get exactly here. No. I'm Brock, by the way. Aha, MVP. I see you. We're all veterans here. I'm not Pop. No, I'm T. Ooh, I should. Good morning. Is that plus 13? File 13? Throw some donuts at File. I don't think you are, Captain. File. Congratulations. If you go File 13, put in the subject, not Pops. If you go to thedetroitmunchlab.net, and send us shipping information somewhere that we can send this gift to you. Thank you for being new. File 13. Put your name in there too. File 13. Maybe not. You don't have to put not Pops. Just like let whoever you're gonna message, let them know this is you. You just won 3.5 grams. 3.5. 3.5 fractions of the strain is ghost, not weird ghost. Alright? 3.5 fractions of ghost. File 13. Congratulations. That's the giveaway I want to do. And then Herbie, you're right. We are going to get to a Super Bowl here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Mondays, if you can all, just bring an and one. Hey, guy. Hey, let's all log on. And one. Watch this guy. Watch this dude just destroy his life on camera for all of us to see. Watch him never get a government job on camera. Watch him never get a scuba license on camera. Come on, man. There's no way. Look at this dude. There's no way he's going to be swimming with sharks. No way. Watch him. Watch. There's no way. Swimming with... No way. Alright. Super Bowl. We're going to smoke this, and then we're going to read some stuff. We're going to read a little druggy story from about me. I kind of like the little great story. Where like it gets a, it's, we'll see how long it takes. Shouldn't take like maybe 10-15 minutes. So um, we'll see if you guys like it. See if you guys like my style. See if I like my style. I don't know. I kind of read a little bit, went through it. I use a lot of words, a lot of Australian words, if you will. So good morning to everybody. I am not Pops, by the way. File 13. I am Brock. So if you're wondering where Pops is, it's Monday, yo. It's Herbie, you tell him. Or them, her, whoever, whatever. File 13. TheDetroitMashLab.net. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. I don't remember the name of the club. Oh, God. Well, that was gross. I don't remember the name of the club, but I could draw a map of it today as if I owned it. There are 2 floors and a basement. The first floor was completely open, with a stage to the back. That's where the DJs are. Along the side walls are padded benches. That's where the cuddle puddles and light shows are. There are 2 sets of stairs on either side of the back wall leading up to a balcony overlooking the dance floor. That's where the lights and angels are, keeping watch. Next to the stairs are doors leading to separate, enclosed smoking areas, chain-linked and glowing in ferocious yellows and halogen. It was here that you found the backbone of what kept the darkness inside from completely swallowing you. You saw hands shift from pockets to hands to mouths to holding on for dear life. This is where the drugs were. This place, guarded by nothing more than apathy and solvency, never seemed to stop breathing people. In, out, all to the rhythm of the music inside. It was like being in the belly of a sleeping monster, never quite capturing its victims, no matter how hard we tried to hide behind its guts. I had found a corner by waiting for someone to eventually bounce their way back inside. And I molded myself in between the fence and the pipe, just in front of the door. I was always a people watcher, and this spot was perfect. No one caring much that the faces they saw might not be looking away as they tilted at their own desires. Deeper down the open throat of this smoker's arena. All I knew was that I couldn't leave. The ecstasy was hitting hard, and I needed to figure out how to fit inside my body again. As I leaned back, absorbed into the cool corner, I saw a kid no older than 19 or 20. He was loud. He yelled out, "I need ecstasy! I'll trade for ecstasy!" No one paid attention to him because, as daring as we all were, hiding and breaking, we didn't dare tempt the sparse security that liked to float in and out of the walls, making sure no one was dead or trying to be. I pulled him aside, not to quiet him down, but because I was interested. I asked him what he had. I had brought along a small supply, hoping to try my hand at being important. He showed me 2 bags of what he said was ketamine, and I had no idea what that was, only that it looked like something that belonged up my nose. Trading one for another, he faded back into the music, and I tried to figure out what the hell I was doing. The kid helped me take what seemed like quite the healthy dose of new beginnings up my nose before departing. And I had only taken 1 pill at the beginning of the rave being held at the club, and the peak had just come and gone, so I couldn't figure out what this stuff was supposed to do, if anything. All I knew was that my eyesight became crystal clear. Having broken my glasses the week before and being sufficiently blind, I found this to be amazing. I could see eye colors and teeth, sweat stains and tongues, moving fast and slow, pulsing up and down this way and that, as if the music, the deep pulsing bass and treble overlaps, were conducting my world into a frenetic ballet of humanity and desperation. A sea of people looking for drugs, looking for people who needed people more than drugs. This was not exactly what I was expecting. This shit was deep. This was beautiful. My friend Space had shown up, and I showed him the new stuff, which he immediately discovered his nose had to have, and we all, along with his pseudo-girlfriend, sat in this corner, rotating from bench to corner to bench. Eventually, he stopped moving, and I watched him, curious and happy, holding my skin on with considerable force. Ketamine is a tranquilizer. Take enough of it and you'll drop into a cable. Space was in a cable, trying like mad to fight his way out, taking water when we made him, none of us saying a word. We weren't afraid. None of us knew how to be. We just did drugs. Lots of them. Sometimes shit like this happens. We were suicides. We dared life to matter. That was part 1. Want part 2? Give me some emotes. You guys like that? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's talk about that real quick. I got 4 parts of this bad boy. 4 parts. Did you guys like that? We were crazy. I was crazy back then. This is all about like my time in a club, and then we're gonna end up in like some weird garage, and then it's crazy. It gets crazier. Hunter S. Thompson, Kim, I love you. I love you. You're not the first person. I honestly didn't start reading Hunter until after I started writing like this kind of stuff. So, Clean says, give me with the emotes. That's good. Jamie, good morning, Jamie. All right, let me just. I like to. All right, Killer File. Thank you very much. I hope that it will get you there. Hold on. All right. So what was that? I really thought this was the intro into a rad movie. We'll get there. No, we'll get there. We'll get there, RX. All right. Hold on. Let me take a drink of my fruit punch tea. It's not water. Sorry about that, Free. Uh, Definitely, that's what the weekend also taught me was to drink water. You know what I drink all weekend? At Mushfest, with all of that, like the 6 months of like, you should drink water. You know what I drink all weekend? Mountain Dew. It was great. And you know who didn't say a word? None of you. You know why? Leave me alone! I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Alright, let's get to part 2. Let's get to part 2 of this. Part 2 is called We Were Ghosts. After watching space for what seemed too long to call it on purpose and more like a hobby, he began to move on his own. Coming out of the K-hole is like remembering you're breathing in air, not sand or mud or digital code from a mad programmer trying to trap you in some virtual reality concept of virtual reality. Your body vibrates as a tuning fork held just below the water's surface. Only when the ripples reach the edge and start canceling out before reaching you again do you find that you're free. He screamed, we screamed, hell, why not? Let's keep screaming! We screamed. And I left him as I drifted into the music again, finding little bubbles within the fierce tides of waving hands and stomping feet. I wasn't the best dancer in the building. I wasn't the flashiest. I couldn't pop lock or light show. But I had learned how to step flow from bubble to body to center and back again. I moved like a specter in the back of a mortuary, always just beyond comprehension or definition. A face you thought you recognized, a flicker of clothing, the snap of bone as the mortician perfects the art of making you look good one last time. I was good at looking good one last time. Floating back out to a refuge of fence and barter, I saw space huddled between two guys. A deal was going down. One unspoken rule of drug deals is you never draw attention to the drug deal, no matter how natural it all seemed. Of course, there were drugs. Of course, you were buying them. Of course, we wanted more, please more, one more, what you got? And this time he was buying the fabled wings of a dragon I had always wanted to conquer. I was made to ride a goddamn horse and battle that serpent of lunacy, but don't draw attention. I drew attention. We always drew attention. Like the kid who came back to beg back the K-bags he traded me, then got caught with them as I offered him a free hit of his own shit. He looked right at me and security led him away and I stayed so quiet, flickering out of sight until he was gone. Space told me it was the way of the rave. Some people go down so that the rest of us stay on top. The economics of suicide. When I drew attention, space flickered out from me, pointing out that I needed to shut up and not worry about it. That I needed to go and do something else. That the wave was ready to step on me if I threatened to keep it from soaring. And at that moment, the mortuary collapsed on me. My legs stiffening in a long-paced retreat to another caged recess of anyone anywhere else. I had nearly fucked it up. I knew it. I knew it. I was fucking it up. I was a fuck up. I was fucked up. As sure as the boy had been when he was led away by the hands of the security force. They were meant to find the ones who drew too much attention, and I was being led away by the demons of solitude among the crowd. Disappear or be disappeared. Leaning against a plastered brick wall, I forgot there was a rave. I forgot there were bubbles and flow. I forgot to exist. At that moment, I was trying real hard to be a ghost. In the company of dying, you learn quickly. Head down, arms folded, shake to the drub of the bass so no one thinks you're actually dead. It's just bragging, man. No one likes a perfectionist and only draws attention. And a loud voice entered the smoking area. The kid, who was obviously unaware of volume or shame or fear or ghosts, proclaimed the glory of being fucked up. Baby, can you feel it, man? You're beautiful. He looked right at me when he said that. He didn't have to believe in the supernatural to see me. Apparently, I was a shitty apparition. Apparently, I was paying attention. Apparently, so was he as he repeated himself to me as I smiled back at him. He was the fiercest ghost of all. A call to one and all that we should stop quitting our day jobs and start practicing music again. Start feeling again. Do more drugs, man. You need them, man. Such a beautiful smile. Keep that, man. Make it real again. Damned if I didn't, too. Damned if I didn't smile my way back into the ocean and drown myself into the rhythm and find a puddle of mermaid, mermaid come down, relax. And oh my god, I can't believe I wrote that. I should edit that. Watch the light shows, the rippling waves, and the start of low tide closing time. Music fading, faces fading, everything fading. Until a friend of mine found me and told me, hey, we're going home, man. Let's get out of here. It's too quiet here. There's too many ghosts here. Jesus, we've been looking for you. I was sitting in a dark rave dance floor at the edge, like the walls right there. There's like structure supports, and I'm sitting there just like watching the crowd just like dissipate, and I'm just like, and there's my friend. He shows up, and hey, there you are. Let's go. Hey, we've been looking for you. Oh, all right. I didn't know. I'm lost in my own world. I'm trying to get lost. I'm trying not to like get stomped on. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm trying not to like I'm gonna go over here. You know? I got 2 substances in me at this time. I'm really trying to figure this stuff out. We gotta go. So, I don't know. You guys want part 3? We do part 3. Maybe even part 4. Morning, Mushmouth. Do part 3? No, it didn't, Jesus Christ. I don't know, we can do part 3. Clean says sure. Everybody up to Anderson with the hearts? Alright. I'm gonna do part 3. Let me just jump into part 4. I love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for being here. File 13. Congratulations on your win. I kind of want to start doing that on Mondays, like for new people. Maybe I would start giving stuff away. So, thank you for already hitting the like button. I don't even have to say anything about the like button. Maybe hit the subscribe button if you want to. File 13. Newbies here. So let's jump into part 3. This is all getting into the 20 hits of acid. Oh, now we're gonna talk. Oh, here comes the acid story. All right. Here come. I gotta give you the setup to give you the good stuff. And it's like, I think there might be a Taco Bell cat in this one. I'm not sure. Imagine, if you will, the sun rising along the tight spine of the Sierra Madre Mountains, crawling along the sidewalks of a sleepy-eyed Saturday neighborhood of lower incomes and higher expectations. First and second generation immigrants trying like hell to believe in the American dream, one paycheck at a time, looking to the west as rumors of rain threaten the peace of mid-fall afternoon escapades. Visits to family cookouts cut down the waves from the front yard as papers unfold. Windows get rolled up and eyes cast a quick eye on a shitty blue Honda pulling up to the curb of a shitty little house. 4 shitty looking kids abandoning ship like rats as they find refuge in a shitty garage behind the not so shitty house. The acid was about to hit. I had been sitting in the back seat when I asked Space, with as much reverence and humility as I could muster through my clenched jaws, if he still had the acid. One could never really 100% rely on any of us keeping anything we went anywhere with. Things always seemed to disappear, whether down our throats, up our noses, or in someone else's pockets in exchange for whatever they found missing. Space had not lost the acid. He had a lot of it. A lot. 1 sheet. 100 hits. 4 people in the car. Wait, 1, 2, 4. Okay. And when Space looked back at me, he smiled. Let me explain a few things about us. There was Mikey. Everyone called him Mexican. He was Mexican. Jess, she went by Jess. She was blonde. And Space was actually Space, who was actually Space, who was my best friend. And I was still high as shit on the X I had taken, and the drugs plateau were carrying me past the detour down K Street and redirecting me away from the mortuary, remember, that I had built when the rave threatened to kill me, remember, for my own good. We had survived the night, each of us relying on our own trademarked skills. Jess was pretty. Mikey was blendable enough to call him Mikey on accident. Space was a rock star who had fallen off the stage briefly. And I was a seeker of rhythms, the places where I could belong. Jangle boned and battle dance scarred. I loved dancing at the time. I was either in the dark or directly beneath the lights. With the sun rising, all I could think of was how I was going to belong enough to forget myself. I'd also never done acid before. And I hadn't done a lot of things before. I had never asked space for acid. I had never seen a strip of it before. I had never swallowed this skinny film of paper on my tongue. And we had never been together in that strange garage before. We were all good at never doing the things we did. We really were. And this garage was Mikey's pad, complete with couch, milk crates, cigarette and fast food bags, a boombox, and a car with a cracked windshield. This was his home away from home. Just be quiet. We weren't supposed to be here. Mikey was squatting for as long as the folks who owned the house were gone. Okay. So we kept quiet, a TV popping on with a movie as our only pacifier. Requiem for a Dream. There are moments in the movie when editing shows exactly what it's like to pop, cook, bang, or snort. Each cutscene elicited woes and eeks from us. We recognized our own edits, our own words, our silly little deviances. Let me read that again. Our silly little deviances. We had connected. Strike that. The acid had connected. I remember sitting between Space and Mikey, thinking about how we were all figments of a dream. But the sun was up, and everyone was awake. So it'd be weird to be dreaming. And we'd be hard-pressed to exist without the stars above us. And I looked up, and the ceiling of the garage began to dissolve into nothing. I had existentially doomed us. We can't be real if no one is sleeping. Everything began to fade into black. Shit! Quick! Say something! Looking to my right, Space blew smoke out from his mouth. And he turned into a dragon. Oh my, I swear to God, he turned into a dragon. Thank God. Mikey then got up and he switched the movie to Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. Fitting. Oh my, we got a dragon, we got Up in Smoke. Alright. It was when I realized that I understood the movie that it hit me. You remember that moment in Cheech and Chong when Chong goes and he drinks the vodka, he drinks the judge's water because he's got like wicked dry mouth, and you know because he just ate all those like whatever it is he ate, right? And he drinks it and he's like, it's vodka, man, it's fucking vodka, man. You know, I was like, oh, I get it. I had that moment, like, oh, I get it. It was when I realized I got it, that I understood I am real fucked up. You don't figure out Chong's laugh without either a degree in film critique or even more acid. Sure, more, please. I closed my eyes for a moment, and I opened them to see an old man and woman standing in front of us, talking in Spanish with Mikey about the display of our night's ransacking. They were smiling at all of us. I looked at Jess, Mikey, and Space, and they were all looking at the couple. Maybe they were actually there, exchanging the American dream $1 at a time for the garage daydream. I mean, we had plenty. They had plenty. And we all laughed as we all stepped outside. The world had dressed itself up in halos and halogen lights. A hedge across the driveway grew 10 feet. The asphalt had turned to slick volcanic glass. The broken furniture held a life-size doll wearing a goofy grin of a little girl looking right back at me. Holy shit, she sees me. I asked Space if she was magic, and he told me to go back inside, asshole. Then I realized I was outside, looking at a girl, and looking at a goofy guy on a lot of drugs. Oh, shit! And I tried to hide in the hedge. Even though the old couple and the girl had already gone away, and I was always trying to hide. And before I could succeed, someone reminded me that I was in the hedge. Not the... Brock, where are you going? Just trying to go away, guy. Yeah, no, you're in the hedge, man. Go in the garage. Get out of the hedge. I was trying to homer I promise, I was trying to homer my, you know the GIF meme of Homer disappearing into the hedge? Me, tried to do that. I was halfway in the hedge. Get back in here. The three of them had taken spots on the couch, and I had taken my throne atop a random milk crate. Mike, it's a long trip. Mikey handed me a cigarette and told me that when things get too hairy, always trust the cigarette. And I trusted the shit out of that cigarette as Mikey played a bootleg tape of some music we never bothered to understand. All three had plotted to fall asleep on me while I looked down and I saw the coolest cat rubbing its purring body against my legs. Standing, I picked the cat up and I trusted the shit out of this cat. Petting it until I was like, oh man, I gotta show this shit off. I was gonna show, remembering to share the miracle. Calling Space's name, I looked down before Space could respond. And the cat had gone from being a cat to a Taco Bell bag. I was petting a Taco Bell bag. I put the Taco Bell bag down. Slowly. I excavated a spot on the couch and I joined everybody else. Sleep or be damned. Oh, I guess I'll sleep now. Before the cannons of slumber could fire, I saw Wendy sitting in a chair along the wall. She was looking at me. I asked her what she was doing here. Where the hell did Wendy come from? And she just smiled. Funny how everything always just smiled. And I told her to come over to the couch. And she sat on the edge of the couch as I wrapped my arms around her and I proceeded to storm the castle of being awake for too long. And I woke up to the four of us gathering into a car in the garage, the one with the broken windshield. Wendy had all gone away. Wendy wasn't there anymore. My arms were still warm with holding her, but in the back seat of the car, my hands lost traction of devotion and held on to the Puff Puff Pass treaty we had signed on to end the war with sleeping for our own good. We were trying to, smoke our way back into this trip. We were all hanging out in this car. Wendy was never there, by the way. She was there. I saw her. I wrapped my arm. Warm it. Held on to her. Let's get back to it. Jess was next to me and my hand was on her stomach. It was pretty warm. Closing my eyes, I found myself in a sea of milk. Hallucination kicking in, and I finally learned how to swim. And I saw Mikey standing on the beach waiting for me, so I swam to where he was and sitting in the front seat, and I exclaimed, "I just swam through milk to you." And he told me that was okay. And I wiped my nose with my left hand. Looking down, it was covered in blood. And I calmly stated, "My nose is bleeding." Mikey did not say that was okay. Neither did Space. Neither did Jess. Slowly, I was escorted out of the car and left to hold napkins to the river of the "fuck this, I'm out of here" brain coming out of my head. I was alone, against the side of the car. The other three had taken their spots back on the couch. And the only music I heard was a slight thump thump, thump thump, thump thump. So I danced quietly to the rhythm as the door to the garage opened. It had begun to rain, and a cautious cat had come in to see about being a cat. Cautiously, I watched him watching me. His tail flickered, and he taught me how to talk in cat before leaving the same way he had come, back out into the storm. Mikey called to me as I practiced mewling and purring, and I mewled that I was okay. I don't know if he understood me. I was talking in cat. A cat taught me how to talk in cat. He came in from the rain. My nose had stopped bleeding. And all I could hear was the beating of my heart and the blood in my ears. Thump, thump, thump. And that's what I thought was music, so I'm dancing to that. 20 hits. I'm on two strips. I'd taken 2 strips. Cat came in and taught me how to talk in cat. Closing my eyes again, I saw a dance floor waiting for me to prove that I belonged to the thump thump, thump thump, thump thump rhythm of it all. I tried my best before opening my eyes to see my voice trying to escape from my crackling throat. Small words floating in front of me, only coming back as I swallowed them in midair. I felt what the word "it" should smell like. Strawberries. Fast forward to sunset. It was still raining. And we had decided to go to a club we all knew how to haunt. The same club. No, it's a different, no, it's our actual club, our usual club. The first club was a rave club in downtown LA. This club was like 2 miles away. And I was told to bring everything with me that I had. No problem, I got this. Sloshing through the flooded driveway, we all got back into the shitty Honda and headed back to our own home away from home. And my feet were cold. And a few turns away from home, I once again found a calm way to say, "I'm not wearing any shoes." I was a fucking mess. Space drew me a bath, with only a few inches of warm water, just in case I figured out how to turn around and lay face down in a bath on 20 hits of acid. You can do that. I was like, I knew I can do that. I'm not going to do that, though. I can get a little more water. It's fine. No, you're fine. He's on as much as, and he's like, and we got dressed into our war-stained armor, into the disguises of people who did this shit for a living. We swung back to the garage to retrieve my goddamn shoes. There's a ruckus getting me back into the car. I can't believe we all went. Whew. So we all went back to the club. At the club, my only true, real infatuation at the time, Taylor saw me and paused. She was confused. How was I alive? My skin being as red as it was. I was as red as a lobster. Brock lobster. There you go, guys. There is the origin of Brock lobster. It's not the hands. It's funny. People think it's the hands. No, it's... I didn't know how to tell her that, except that I'd been awake for far too long. I didn't know how to tell her I had taken 20 hits. I didn't know how much I had taken. I didn't know what I had just gone through. It made me put it on. Demanded that I find a corner somewhere and try and take a nap. In the club, full of music. And I obeyed for as long as I could. Fast forward. I've been holding on to the smell of that hoodie of hers for years. Back at the garage, back on the couch. Space was hooking up with Mikey's ex-girlfriend as they started smoking meth. It's real. Mikey was looking for them holding a shower rod. When he found them, he hit Space until we all learned how to leave the garage into the rising sun along the edge of the Sierra Madres, illuminating the low-income, high expectations of just another outpost within the American dream. Space was tagging Mikey's ex-girlfriend, while Jess was like in her world, I'm in my world, and Mikey's hearing it somewhere. Everybody else is like, we're all trying to hang out in this like this weird little garage, and there's Space just like losing his mind, like doing wacko drugs. Back in the shitty Honda, I finally slept as Jess drove, with Space nursing the bruise of a ruined daydream. That's how an acid trip should end, is what I'm saying. Absurdity doesn't always have to like woo. So that was a long story. Thanks everybody for continuing along and listening with me. That was a long story. None of this is glorification. I hope everybody understands that. And I understand. And maybe you're right. It does sound a little Hunter S. Thompson-y. I didn't mean it to, but I was writing at 27. What was I reading? I was reading Cormac McCarthy, Stephen King at that time. Thank you. There's a fourth part. There's a part 4. It's all about, like, don't worry about it. It's super depressing, and I don't want to depress. But, like, it's me. Hi, everybody. Hi. So that's kind of where I came from. So it took me like 5 years to figure out. Really, it wasn't until I was gonna do acid again, and I was buying it from a friend of mine. I was like, "How much is that hat?" And he's like, "Oh, it's like this," and he gives it to me. And no, thank you, Mushmouth. Thanks everybody for thanking me. Like I really appreciate that. We'll probably do some more reading of mine if you guys like that. I don't know. If you guys think, who knows? It's up to you guys. I'll present. If you guys like it, cool. Give me some emojis. How about that? Flood me emojis if you like it. If you want to hear more next week, and we can do that, and I'll smoke this, and we'll get the hell out of here. And maybe I'll get back to cards or whatnot. I appreciate everybody for sticking around. We're at 50, or we were at 50. And so over an hour into my show. It's great. Usually around 50, it's like we're at like 3. It's crazy. Or no, usually around an hour, we're like 3 people left. I'm like, all right, here we go. Hi, Kim. You know what I mean? Like Kim's the last one because she's just like too lazy to push the button to end it. You know what I mean? I get it, Kim. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate that. MVP too. You know, MVP's too busy like growing stuff, and Kim's just like, oh man, the phone's way over there. Oh God. You know what I mean? I get it, you know? Let's smoke this. Really glad to see everybody this past Mush Fest and how all the stories that you know went on and so on. So thank you to Pops for driving my happy ass. to come see you guys. And thanks for everyone for hanging out with me and talking to me about like Mondays and how much you appreciate this, because I appreciate you guys. So, let's smoke this. Jesus Christ. I believe that like you should hold the thumb up. Hold the thumb up. If you're wondering like, why does my hand look like that? Stop. Alright, once again, thank you to File 13. File 13 said they got a hold of the DetroitOneSlap.net. Thank you for doing that, File 13. Thank you for showing up, being a new person here. Let's try and get some and ones going on next week. Yeah, I'm gonna get 100 before Pops gets 100. How about that? It's a secret little like, I got 100. You know, I think Pops got 100 last year. I think he got to that, but we'll do a Muppets thing. So scroll. There it is. Let me take a swag of this. Let me take a swig of this. Take a slug of it. You ever take a slug of water? Let me take a slug of whiskey real quick here and I'm gonna get on with it. Alright, everybody, let's get to this shitty little fucking whatever kind of voice this is, and we're going to say I'm going to go. No, it's friggin' vodka, man. Alright, it's friggin' vodka, man. No, we're gonna screw me out of it, okay? Alright? To get it out, I'm getting that Mushmouth. Don't get ahead of me, Mushmouth. Goddamn you. Come on now. I'm trying to do like a weird little like Irish, Scottish, like kind of like, let's go Scottish. Let's start with Scottish. And then we'll get into like a little weird little Australian, and then kind of like an Irish, you know. But we'll start with Scottish, and we'll screw me out of here. Screw me out of here. How dare you? Okay, screw me out of here. Free the ancient ones. You have a great day. Okay, Mush, I love you, brother. Okay, Jesus Christ, you're blowing me, Lord. Christ, you make me say things. And I'm saying them out loud. You know, and I'm saying them with it like loud and proud, but here we are, I'm saying some shit. Oh, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm paying attention more to my goddamn accent than what it is I'm trying to say. So here we go. Alright, here we go. You're so genius, shirt today. No, you're too pre-Hendrix. Alan, I'm gonna burp, that's gross. Good day, Brock, the rock monster. And boy, everyone. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Correct, Kimberly. Correct. Deborah, love your Brock with the emotes. I love them too. Ronnie Leal Jr. says, that's some good shit, man. It's Labrador. I know, man. That's a good little roll up. That's here, kitty, there you are. There you are. Bubblegum Kello, hello. How you doing, Gonzo? I miss you, Gonzo. Street Glide. Oh my God, Street Glide. I haven't seen you all day. Here you are, just being like, hey, let's just toss the bag and make it into the hole. I see you with that. Jesus Christ. Love, pace, and boat grease, people. Listen, people, if you've met Clean Grow, you would understand that boat grease is really tasty. MVP with the true phone, I appreciate that. Bill D with the emotes, I love the emotes. Kim, what are you doing still talking to me? Mushmouth, thank you, Brock. Now, I promise you, Mushmouth. Thank you more. Hey, Mushmouth, where the fuck were you, man? Where the Jesus in the hell were you? You're a little screwball. you're like the last day, you're like, oh, Mary and Joseph, I can't make it. And then the whole weekend was all about, where's Mushmouth? Oh, no, I'm right here, where's Mushmouth? You know what, Mushmouth? I love you, man. I love you. We'll see you soon. Alright, Herbie, you have a grand day. No, you have a spectacular day, Herbie. MDK, please have a good day. Happy Halloween. Thank you to you too. You have a good Halloween. MVP, it's gonna be a good day. You'll see you later, fam. Oh man, I almost bit my tongue there. Laura Devine, have a fabulous day. I love you, Laura. I might even love you. Hip Kitty, everyone have a beautiful day. Matt, boy, Brooke and crew. Matt, boy to you and your crew too. I love you, Matt. Jesus Christ, have a good day, mate. Catch ya. I love you too, Jesus Christ. You be safe. Kimberly Bolton, once again, she's still goddamn talking and making me say her words. I get it. I get it. You're the one that's gonna make me say penis first. I see. Alright, but you have a great day. Jesus Christ, Marshmouth, won't be do hello with you. Marmots, you have a good day, yeah. My Mike, and then with the Hip Kitty and with the Justin, with the have a great day, and the T crew and the Dammer Pearl, and the MDK with the emotes, and the Clean crew with the emotes. It's the weed that's kicking in. Sound like a drunk Scotsman. I am a drunk Scotsman, MVP. D. Anderson, if it's trauma, thank you. No, it's absolutely trauma. It's disgusting as what it is. It's really bad. And then with the Clownskeeper, that's there we go, Clownskeeper, really. You know what, you're not really understanding, but you're like, I guess you gotta keep going with them. You're like, Jesus, get off my goddamn yard. Fucking hate kids, you know, but there he is taking care of the kids and the swing sets and making sure they're all safe. And with the Mars and the staying character all day, I could try be Hendrix, but then Potts would probably be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then, we'd get into an argument, and I'm like, no, I gotta do it for the people! And everyone's like, no, you can't do it for the people! Who takes 20 minutes to read this shit? Alright. Hold on. Yeah, Jesus, that's how you laugh in Scottish. Alright, Clean Girl, MDK, I'm just gonna run through the list here so I can get the fuck out of here. I overslept, it's cold nurse lecture, she says. I get it, I've overslept. I tried to oversleep, and I'm not allowed to, alright? I'm not allowed. You've got 37 people here. 60 of you have already claimed that you were here. I know I've got at least 50 of you that have already listened to this shit in little accent that mine. That's really bad. Don't hire me to do a voiceover for any kind of a thing. I'm just slowly scrolling. Oh, Daniel fucking Cunningham. Jesus, there the fuck you are. Hello, Daniel Cunningham. I love seeing you here, Daniel. Okay, Morris, we've got Irby in Australia. We've got, hello, Daniel, whatever you are. Yeah, okay, we've got Mushmouth, Daniel again, Ladran, Murray Morris. I finally caught up. Shit, okay, fucking Christ. Alright, okay. In Brock, remember, if you give a hug, you get one back. In Scottish, ish, if you give a hug, it better be a good fucking hug. Alright, don't give me that little sideways fucking little hug right there where you're like, okay, little buddy, and then you send me along on my way. No, I want the big fucking, you know, gives a good hug. Streety gives a good fucking hug. Streety's a big guy, and he gives that hug, and he holds onto you, and he's like, hey man, I fucking love you, and I'm like, I fucking love you too. And I give my hug right back to him. And he's like, that's a good hug, man. I'm like, I know, dude, that's a good hug too. Alright? So if you hug, get a hug from Street Glade, okay? Yeah, that's a man to give you a hug, okay? You know who gets a good lady hug? You know who gets a good lady hug? Who just won't let you go? Niffer Mama, she gives a good lady. I love you. And I'm like, I love you too, Niffer Mama. Okay. Alright, you can let me go down there. I love you. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Niffer. Jesus. I'm fucking insane. Just... She keeps getting hugs too. She gets them great. I love them. Alright, see you guys. Love you.